Disappointing your parents. I'm an expert at it. First off, I chose to become heterosexual. Second off, I wasn't good at football. Third off, I wasn't good at tennis. That was their backup sport. Fourth off, I became a theater major. So now instead of having a real job, I have my real job at a paint store and mouth off on YouTube. But there's many ways you can disappoint your parents. For my cousin Gillian, she decided to become a vegan in college. A lot of people pick up habits in college, for instance, smoking other drugs, but Gil picked the worst one. She is a vegan, and she also put in a request for a vegan-friendly option on Bon Appetit, so tonight we're going to be doing just that, to mine and Zach's great regret. Tonight we'll be making vegan flatbread as well as vegan chili cheese fries. Roll them credits! So the first thing we're going to do is prep the potatoes for cooking for the fries. They're going to take the longest to cook, so that's where you start. Take your potato. I already have most of them prepped, so I'm going to do it just a little bit here. Take your potato, cut off the ends so the fries get properly shaped, and then use your cool fruit zester that your mom got you in your stocking for Christmas for being a good boy. And then zest the... is it zesting? It's peeling. Peel your potato.
Yeah, because zesting is when it's the skin of it, right?
Yep. I think, yeah. And a zester is like a different kind of thing.
Yeah, it's almost like a cheese grater for the skin.
Exactly. Honestly, orange zest gets slapped on. I put an orange zest on anything. Peeling potatoes is a lot like texting your ex. It's not usually a great idea, and you definitely should not do it when you're not sober. Don't worry though, it's 7 p.m. on a Saturday, so I've already sobered up. Take your potato, slice it in half. And then, like, people say French fries cook best if they're evenly cut, but I'm really bad at that, so we ball. Take them like this, toss them into a bowl. Now this is the important part. So that everything cakes on there, you're going to spray them lightly with Pam. Throw them around. Add a little bit of garlic powder. And then add a little bit more of garlic salt. Once they've been tossed around enough, you can then put them on your air crisper. Any oven tray will work just fine. Also, I found out for people who have asked where you get this, Costco. It's $15. I should have seen that one coming. My mom got it for me for Christmas, and she absolutely loses her shit over Costco stuff. I told her I was going today, and she texted me the 3 things that she got last week that are all on sale at a different Costco, 50 miles from my Costco. And I appreciated it because one of them actually was, now I got cheap trail mix. Alright, so then you're going to take your potatoes, as well as a bunch of sliced up green and yellow zucchinis, and you're going to put them in an oven that you've preheated to 350 or 360, and then you're going to leave them there for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to take out the zucchini and leave the potatoes in for a little bit longer. Next up is the actual chili itself. We're going to follow me over here to where I've got some curried eggplant tossed in olive oil along with some more green zucchini. This is going to form the base of the chili. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump that onto this pan and then turn that up onto medium. Wait. Gas burner, sorry. You know, when we had the derecho this summer and my power was out for 5 days, I didn't realize I could still use my gas burner stove until day 4 of the power outage. Because I am truly book smart rather than street smart. Alright, so for the base of the vegan flatbread, you are going to use a quesadilla skin. These are dairy-free, so they'll go nice as our base. The sauce that we're going to make is going to be a mix of garbanzo beans, or chickpeas if you're using layman's terms, and then half a thing, that is the measurement, a thing, of Hunt's tomato sauce with basil, garlic, and oregano. So we're
Wait.
gonna dump. What's up?
Wait, garbanzo and chickpeas are the same thing?
Yeah, right? This is a garbanzo bean. It's also a chickpea. They've been lying to you your entire life, right? So dump half your can in there. Cheesing it around a little bit. We're gonna use the rest for the chili. And then we're going to put some Tony Cacere's original Creole seasoning in this to give it a little bit of zest. And then some, let's see, what else do I got? Oh, here we go. Texas red pepper hot sauce. Just give it a little bit of a kick. Oh, there's my social security card. You're not seeing what those numbers are, Zach, don't worry.
I'll get them later.
That's why I don't put the cap on shit, kids. Alright, so now that you have this out, you're going to take a look at it. And then you're going to draw a fork through it, make sure that it's not fully ground down, but still enough to make a thick, thick sauce, which is great. So what we're going to do now is remember that you forgot to use the cooking spray. Lay down your vegan flatbreads. Remove the Sharpie spinny thing, that's the technical term. And then you're going to gently fork it over onto each one. It's important to drain the water off of the garbanzo beans because they come in about 3 ounces of just straight water. And you don't want it to get too moist on your flatbread. Leave about half to a quarter of an inch in between the edges of the skin and the sauce. Yeah, 9 minutes faster.
Yeah. Or if you have one of those, right back in anyway.
I think I use that John's like spreader thing. When we're doing this, take it home, you stole it. Yeah, right? I know a guy got fired because he took an entire steak of like their ham, because he had a food truck at the side hustle, and he just took it. And then he got fired because he got fired. That was honestly not the worst thing someone got fired for in like the 5 months I worked at John's. Someone else got fired for smoking meth in the bathroom, for the 3rd time. And you're seeing this, so clean. Alright, so to make the chili, we're going to then drain a little bit of the gravy off from some chili style beans and chili gravy, and we're going to dump that in with our eggplant. Also, for those of you looking at home, eggplant in French is aubergine. So, didn't know that one. You're going to take some of your Deck Project sweet zesty chili. Dump a little bit of that in there. Remember, if you're Caucasian, twice as much as you think you need. Onion powder. And then, of course, the ground cumin. Take that out. Toss those over here and then give it a good stir. All those spices intermingle. And then turn the heat up a little bit just to get it popping. And then add the rest of your Hunt's tomato sauce. Is the oregano going to affect the flavor? Probably. Could I be bothered to buy 2 things of this for my cousin who did one thing, one request? This is already a train wreck cut. Alright, mix it all together, get it nice and going, and then leave that to stew in its juices like a kid who's been sent to his room and he didn't do anything fucking wrong, Mom, God! I'm still bitter. Now we're going to open this up and see how this is doing. It has been less time since we started. I think it's been about 12 minutes. That's close enough for the pieces that I want to get off on this. This is the asparagus. It's unseasoned, not the asparagus, the zucchini. It's unseasoned. So I'm going to just pick it up, throw it in a bowl with some spices, and then mix it up before we can throw it in for flatbread. I need a metal spatula because it's hot, and I don't want to burn myself, and I also want to melt my good plastic spatula. That was shockingly easy. I did not think it would go that smooth. If you got an air crisper, you can use a metal spatula. Also, apparently in cooking class in high school, I remember that this isn't called a spatula, it's called a turner, which seems like a very basic name for this. And like the spatula is like one of those things that they use to ice cakes, or to shape cake icing with. Teacher seemed pretty with it too, so I think that might be like an actual thing. Either way, because of the stupid decision, I choose not to use it, and we're calling this a spatula. So, I'm going to put this back up into the oven, so it can continue cooking down. Whoa. 2 hands, always. Using this air crisper with these pot holders is a metaphor for life. Use both hands. So now that we've got them all boxed up like this, we're gonna take about a quick drizzle of olive oil, toss that over. Add in a couple of shakes, not a lot, we're not trying to get too crazy with it, of oregano leaf. Cayenne pepper. And ground white pepper. Ground white pepper, by the way, my nickname in high school. And then we're going to just give it a quick fork around and then toss it and turn it. Now we are ready to dress up these vegan flatbreads. We're going to start out with a couple of rings of red bell pepper. You can arrange these really however you want, but I mean, these look like a uterus. I mean, I didn't get a great grade in health class, but like, it seems uterus-ish, uteri, whatever. Toss in some peeled carrot shavings. Just sprinkle those around the top. And then you can toss in a couple of fork loads of these roasted zucchini bits. And then you can, of course, making sure that you've washed your hands, proceed to arrange them however you want. I was thinking of doing it all artsy-fartsy, and then I just dumped it in on top, so we're just gonna go with it. And remember, we still have the potatoes in the oven, so it's already been heated. Nice and colorful. If you want to get a good amount of veggies, always just go with what looks the most colorful. And then finally, before we put these in, I'm going to give them a little bit of a kick and add some sriracha sauce. The preferred ketchup alternative of both the Asian American community and hipsters. That's a real thing. The creator of this was a Vietnam refugee who wanted to supplant ketchup for Asian families. Instead, he just turned on all the hipsters to it. Get a nice, tight spiral. Like the Dan Marino of shooting sriracha sauce.
It's a dated reference.
It is. I watched Ace Ventura: Pet Detective the other day. Honestly, does not hold up. Gets pretty transphobic.
No, it's very transphobic.
I was like, good lord. I'll be having by myself. Alright, then we're going to take these 2 flatbreads and we're going to put them in the oven. And we're going to cook those for about 10 minutes at 360 degrees. 360. So now we're going to take the chili off the burner. It's been simmering for about 5-10 minutes. Really, whatever degree of chili you're comfortable. What the hell was that? Ah, well. Really, whatever degree of comfort, this isn't my problem. Whatever degree of comfort is you want with your chili, the more you cook it, the thicker it's gonna get, the more of a smoky flavor is gonna get encircled into this sauce. Take care not to become lost in the sauce, kids. Saw the greatest minds of my generation become lost in the sauce. And put that off to the side. We're gonna put that into a bowl, and then I'm also going to put my little ramekin full of plant-based cheese. It's not actual cheese, I got it from Costco today. Plant-based queso-style dip, non-GMO. Vegan people can love it. The main ingredient is cauliflower and red bell peppers and almonds? What? Well, we're gonna toss the ramekin of that into the oven to warm it up. So we can drizzle some cheese on top of these fries. Very carefully put that one in. That's gonna be a hard time getting out with a pot holder. Fuck. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. We're going to pull these vegan flatbreads out of the oven. Take a look at them real quick. Let me just poke and prod these, see if it's... Ooh, yeah. So we got a little bit of give and some crunch to the crust, and the vegetables all look decent. You can put this in for longer if you want to. This is my first time eating the poor excuse that vegans call food. So we're just going to go for 10 minutes and see if we like it. If we don't, there's always the chili cheese fries. The chili tastes great, with the exception that it is missing an animal. So while it is vegan friendly, it's still decent. As a finishing garnish for these pizzas, we're going to take a little bit of chopped up onions, or green onions, or scallions, yep. And then we're going to just zest the top of the pizza with them. So boom. Here you go. Before we get the chili cheese fries out, you have one vegan flatbread. You're welcome, Gillian. Bone at the teeth. Alright, the potatoes and fries should be done, so we're going to get these out of the oven. Oh, look at this cheese. It's all nice and melty. Perfect. Oh yeah, that bubble's popping to a bait that only, like, the delicious can hear. Take those out, and then here comes the real challenge, getting this bad boy out without giving myself a 3rd-degree burn. Alright. Try not to get the top of this pot holder all cheesy. Yes! Do-do-do-do! Close enough for government work. How are we getting that cheese? Tremendous. So, this is how you assemble a ramekin of the fries. They look a little bit gray. That's because I sprayed them with Pam and then covered them with garlic powder and garlic salt. You're going to take your little array of oven fries right there, spoon in a big chunk of vegan chili. Oh shit, vegan chili. You gotta commit to that bit. And then the pizza de resistance. Let's see. This is like performing surgery. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, nice and ooey gooey. Boom. You have some piping hot vegan chili cheese fries. Gillian, thank you for your suggestion. And happy belated birthday. It was in December, but it's still belated. Bon appetit.